Yo, what's the word? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? How's everybody feeling today? Today is the day. Literally, Jerome Powell has something to say. And we got the Jerome Powell of Bulls and Apes speaking today. Mr. Tankman on the Tankonomics. So we will definitely be tuned in to that around the 8 p.m. Central Time, which we got about, what, 24 minutes or so? No, 34 minutes. I'm lying. Yeah, 34 minutes. Gives me a bit of time to go over the market and kind of look into some different things that have been occurring right now. There was a bit of a downtrend in the market. Seems to be bought back up a bit also. Not completely, but it did get some of that dip did get ate up a bit. But what's going on, Grind Time? What up, Grind Time? What's the word? Eddie T in the building saying what's up. Smash that like button, sub, all that good stuff, man. Definitely appreciate it if you guys do that on the way in or out. Either way is greatly appreciated and definitely does help, guys. So get my screen set up. All right, and if you guys wonder why I am not on screen again, it's because apparently it's a little bit difficult to do my hair with a short amount of time and all the different things I do. So I'm still in transition with doing that. So I don't want to be Mr. Poofy Head right now. So I got the screen off still, but we're still gonna run through the metrics, see what's going on, chop it up with the Bulls and Apes project, and kind of go from there. If you guys got any questions, let me know, or if anything else, you know what I mean? You know, check that out too. Hey, just sent that math, no rush. Ooh, did I set that up? I can't remember if I did or not. Oh, I got that. See if it works now. All right, bang. All right, cool. All right, but yeah, I got you. Just give me a couple seconds and then I'll get that sent over to you. No issues at all, period. All right, so let's go through the market really quick, see what we got lined up for today. We got about 30 minutes or so before the Bulls and Apes come on, which is an anticipated conversation. There's been some adverse effects kind of going on inside of the market for the Bulls and Apes. We'll actually scroll through their floor prices also within a short period of time, so I'll kind of graze through the floor prices and kind of maybe what's going on. We'll see. I'll tell you in my opinion. I can't say if it's gonna go for real go up or down, but I do think that there's a possibility of depending on what's said, the floor will either rise or continue to downtrend a little bit until it settles in on a good spot for it to kind of trade sideways at, similar to a chart, like a regular chart. So we do have some people holding the floor and buying at certain ranges, so that is actually a big part of what's kind of holding it. Poofy hair, don't care. Yeah. I'm gonna take care of the poofy hair, and I'm gonna shave. Mustache is like tickling my nose at this point, so gotta do some maintenance. Market's not moved super far from where it was previously, besides that dip that we had earlier. Not super horrible though. Kind of scrolling through, we got Bitcoin at 22,233 bucks, down about 1%. Ethereum actually ate some of that dip up, $1,566 currently right now. go ahead and look at this. See if I can widen it for you guys a bit. I'm used to my screen being there, so having to lift it up a little bit. You guys get the wide screen, so I don't have to. All right, so biggest resistance level was about this range right here. Indicate our resistance in red. So you see the point of control right here is the additional red line that I didn't just turn green, broke past that, went up to its next resistance level and got rejected. So it can stay around this range and then trade sideways, and then maybe when it gets a little bit more volume, push up towards this open space that it has from this drop that we had previously, and maybe pick up some momentum throughout the week. It's still pretty early. It's only Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday right now currently, so still got a little bit of time throughout the week to possibly see some volume. I know we did have a hell of a dip, but I do think that sometimes these get eaten up pretty damn quick, not gonna lie to you, so you may want to pay attention to that also. Worst case scenario, it looks like it's still maintaining range at the bottom of this channel, trading sideways, either about to wait for it to dump back down or for it to break through some of these resistance levels and continue its path upwards to see if we're going to break out this channel or not. What's going on, Hambone? And welcome to the building, man. How you feeling today? What's the word? What's the word? How you feeling? Feeling mighty good myself there. Let me see. It was on 4 hours. Look on 1 hour range. 1 hour, we definitely dropped out of scope. You can see it's in between these two ranges right here. Really needs to push further and really break past this level of resistance right here, where it's got rejected multiple times, and definitely has enough range to continue forward. Somewhat bullish on 1 hour indicators, same on 4 hour. What's going on, baby fat? Yo, what's up? What's up? On the day, looks like it's trying to recover also. So this may be this may be the bounce that we actually needed if you pay attention to some of the indicators. So it did crash out. Looks like it might have bottomed out to around this range at the bottom of this channel on some of these different indicators. And looks like we got some room to kind of run up, but we continue to push forward. Looks to be the same on Bitcoin too. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Hold on. Sorry about that. Horribly bad kids, had to check in on it. All right, so where was I? Daytime frame, we're looking at Bitcoin. We had a couple other things going down. Only thing that was really going up that I was paying attention to is we did have a spike in bone. Looks like we may have a retracement though, as it did spike up pretty far. Possibilities are we will have a little bit of profit taking throughout that process. If it continues to run, I'd be surprised, but not really surprised at the same time. Was just at the $1.50 range, so it went up about 24 cents, or a little less than 24 cents, maybe 24 at all-time high. But there's a flip side to that. If the market continues to climb, I think that bone probably continue to climb too. Same with Shiba and a couple of these other coins that we got over here. Coins and our tokens. I think I explained that Blur was at a point to where it looked like it was going to squeeze in a little bit, so it did. Popped out, got up and above this resistance level, trying to use it as a support currently right now. See if we push past this resistance and get into this pocket to where we deviate from this downtrend and trade sideways and consolidate, which would not be a bad thing because there should be some upward motion towards that. The big reason for this downtrend, it probably, I'm going to be honest, probably would have stayed within this channel, traded sideways, but this downtrend was created by the downtrend in Ethereum, also Ethereum and Bitcoin. So I do think that this will recover, and on top of that, it'll actually probably get back in this channel and then trade sideways where it needs to be once we get a little bit more volume going forward. If not, go up and above and break out of this channel depending on how much volume we get to come into the actual market. So gonna have to play this one by ear and kind of see how things end up turning out. I'll drop some charts into our Discord, some adjusted ones with the sentiments of the market that we have currently right now. But let me see, let me check on a couple smaller market caps. Man, we had about $3,000 worth of buys and sales on meth token currently right now. So definitely looks to be interesting. It's upholding, I think about that it was like 0.02 for 1,000 or something like that currently, but that's until the volume or liquidity dissipates, which there's only $637 in liquidity currently right now. At some point the amount of methane tokens will run out, and or the liquidity period to be able to transact on there is actually shut down a couple different times previously. So we'll once again kind of pay attention to this and see if it does anything that will be beneficial. It's just like a fire sale on there. It's like a might have to grab some, but as of right now it's kind of chilling. Check out Saitama really quick. It's in a downtrend still, but I actually called this downtrend, and if you're aware of it, you could have You know what I mean? Not avoid it, but kind of blend the blow a little bit, took a little bit of profits, been able to buy back in at a lower dollar point and still has money in your pockets also. So this is the next local support level that we're heading towards right now. So even if we have a low volume right here, probably will get rejected around this downtrend line and then forced down to this level right here. If this does not hold, next level will be probably around this range right here before we actually had the initial run up. So just depends on how things actually play out with St. Thomas. So it's going to be an interesting one to pay attention to. Slake is not really showing any volume right now right this second. Sky had a little bit of volume previously. I do have to kind of map some more levels for this out, as it ran up a little bit and then it kind of stayed where it was. Looks like it's hitting resistance around this range. So some more volume, an announcement or anything else could possibly kind of throw this into another level to where we're you know what I mean, trading in an upward path rather than this downtrend we've been seeing around the market. Let me see. Said it really is down quite a bit. Also, I think I actually called out a couple of these different levels though. So yeah, we're actually headed towards one of the first ones that I mapped out. Actually, we're damn near there. It's a little bit lower than I wanted it to be. So maybe trying to break through. We'll see. And if it's going to come to that lower level, a lot of St. Thomas Labs really is due to or moving staking. Staking will take it. It'll take it out of circulation, but it's not gonna sell on the chart. You know what I mean? So when it comes down to staking it'll affect your holder count, because if you stake your whole bag, it'll take you out of the holder count, because I mean technically you're not holding the tokens, you're staking them on another platform more or less, and they're who are holding the tokens at that current moment. But it's not gonna sell it off or cause a downtrend or anything like that. If anything, staking should actually hold the floor, because you have less people selling because they're locking their tokens for longer durations of time. So that should actually like lock this in to a certain area where we got like some people who are staking and we got some new people buying in, or maybe we just got the people staking and we get people dollar cost averaging in. That should kind of take us to an area to where we trade sideways and it starts to cause stability in a chart. Then it starts to look towards an uptrend. It's not an adverse effect most times when you add staking to the equation, because you're usually locking things up for a bit. Let me see. Anything we should check in. So it's not really too much going on in the market right this second on this Taco Tuesday, besides the little downtrend that we had. But it causes the price to drop a little? No, staking won't. What part of staking do you think makes the price drop a little bit? I gotta hear this answer. And we're gonna talk about this in the space too, because I need you to understand this concept. It shouldn't drop anything as far as the pricing of anything. If anything, it should stabilize the pricing of the chart. But while she's actually getting the answer together for me, because I'm actually super duper curious, we'll take a quick break, come back, and then we'll get into the NFT floors. 15 minutes in between this Bulls and Apes project space. Let's see if they come with some heat and really come with some bangers, man. We'll discuss what they're talking about live while they're talking about it, and kind of see what our perspective is from there, man. Are we bullish about it? Are we bearish? Are we continuing to open loot boxes? Is it something to where we're putting it on the back burner and continuing on with something different? What's going on with OGs? Got a lot of answers that we got to get answered throughout this Twitter space. So couple seconds, be right back. Baby Fat, don't forget to put that answer in. I need that. That's crazy. Let's go. All right, so back at it. This time we got the floor prices for the bulls and apes up. This is the results of people not really liking people getting liquidity for loot boxes also, but also people not per se liking the addition of the apes to the ecosystem as far as the trait system they introduced, as far as the dynamic PFPs. So it's interesting kind of seeing the results of what we currently have in the bulls versus the apes per se, which it really seems like it is at this point. We have the floor price of the bulls being 0.28, which in fiat right now is $446.19 currently. So not super high, only $400, literally about half the price of what we normally seen. We actually seen the floor price at about $1,000, and that was on the low end, and when it was at about closer to 0.4 range. Now we're definitely a bit lower than that. Got a few until we get back to that 1 ETH range as we've stacked up some listings. So at this point, this Tuesday is that's why we kind of feel like this bulls and apes meeting is going to be a critical one, as we got all of these odds stacking up. Everybody knows how Web3 is and how forgetful and unforgiving sometimes they are depending on what the situation is, and some of these whales are standing tough, man. I still like the project, man. I still feel like they have potential and that they're going to try to do some good things. Do I feel like it's going to specifically come from this Twitter space? I hope so, but I'm not going to lie to you. There's a possibility they maybe need some more planning. So I mean, I wouldn't keep my hopes up for it, kind of, because I actually been waiting on the addition to the OG bulls and when it's actually going to be implemented, but I haven't really seen too much for that. So I mean, you still have to allow them time. This is a newer technology, newer thing coming into the space. Some people are liking it, other people are not liking it so much that they're actually transitioning out of their positions. So there's a lot of different things we got here. So we got our ape collection. Let's just go straight to the apes. And I mean, the ape collection right now currently, which is crazy to me, it's crazy, but it's not crazy. You know what I mean? People are possibly anticipating something big coming from this Twitter space, so maybe buy in. So this would be an interesting one to kind of see how the floor price holds up, because the floor price right now, it was at 0.15. Now it's at 0.195, one away from the mint price, actually a little bit above the mint price, which is good. You know what I mean? This is some good progress. We're seeing some lower transformed ones or dynamic PFPs that have been used already. A lot of different options out here. So this is actually not a bad one. This one is actually making me super curious, just because I may want it just strictly for the Flight Club helmet to get it the hell off of this setup. You know what I mean? This is just not, it doesn't belong here. So maybe I want to get an additional ape and then just eat up the charge for this one too. I don't know, but I want to see what they come up with. I want to see where the floor prices go from there. I'm pretty sure there were some purchases going forward as we're getting into this meeting here. There's also some sales, you know what I mean? Some people are probably selling for various different prices to you know what I mean? Buy the rumor, sell the news. Maybe it goes down a little bit lower. But yeah, we definitely had some buys and some people sweeping the floor up around here, man. Big brooms out. Yeah, just within the last couple of minutes, we got some big ass brooms out here. You said this bat breed just came and cleared house and picked up a bunch of the apes off of the floor. So that's what really did it. So we had a couple holders come in and sweep the floor, which could deem to be a pretty smart move, getting it back up to that 0.22 floor. Let's see if it remains this way throughout this space or if it comes down a little bit. Usually when you have a pump like that, we have a little bit of a downtrend depending on what the news is, or it could pump and go even further because these are the only ones that can be purchased right now, because the other ones were purchased that were lower, that people were trying to strategically kind of plot on right now. So it's a lot of variables in this one, and I'm super curious to see how it pans out. And we got 7 minutes to kind of see what's going to come out of this variable. I know, right, Hambo? Big ass broom, big ass brooms. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like just push brooms. Like they didn't bring the little household brooms. They bought a push broom and they were just like, come here. Trey Songz voice, and just kept picking things up repeatedly. Some people bought in between, it looks like. So we got some cheap ping pong paddles. You can get a skateboard. I mean, skateboard apes not bad. There actually was a board bull section, or maybe there'll be a board. Hey, I guess that's a play on that. They had a board bull section, right? Get it, board bulls. So maybe they have a board ape section. Did I just make a trade group and it's super duper low and on the floor? You know what I mean? Like just little things like that. That name's gonna get a lot of attention just because there's gonna be controversy behind the name itself. But let's see if there's any more legendaries. Nope, not too many more legendary. I think this might be the majority of the traits that have come out so far. 676 items. Let me see. I mean, if we do this math, the majority of them are fucking eyes, aren't they? Where the rest of the eye traits? Hold on. Yeah, like half of the traits that came out are eyes. It's like 300 eye traits. Oh, more than 300. Let's just say. Shit, like all of its eyes, guys. No, like seriously, let's do the math really quick. All right, hold on. I'm a number person. All right, so there are 676 items in the collection. Let's start from the top. 143 plus, let me see, 33 plus 7 plus 155 plus, let's see, 42 plus oh, this shit's gotta be off as fuck. Like, so it's way more items. Okay, so this is individual items, but god damn, that's a lot of eyes. No, but seriously, that's a lot of eyes, guys. I wonder how many individual pieces. Oh damn, right next to it. Yeah. So out of 8,258. All right, so individual items is 676. So it's like with the commons, the epics, and the legendaries, 8,258 different individual pieces. But that's still a shit ton of eyes, though. I gotta do an eyes to hair ratio to see what the percentages are of you getting different items. I feel like you should be able to do a percentage with 6,000 boxes being out there. What do you guys think? Take on the team floor. We got 2 minutes left until the space starts. The matter of fact, let me go ahead and pre-boot it up. Got the space pulled up. Got 2 minutes. This is so exciting. We might have to hear the whole space, like from the music and beyond, man. It's gonna be interesting, man. How do you guys think it's gonna go? Do we get a big announcement today? Do we not get a big announcement today? Do the floor prices just trade sideways? Do we go down, up? What's your guys' perspective on what's going on currently? I think they will give us some info. Okay. Anthony Bapp posted a cryptic formula on his page, and Main Bapp retweeted it. What could it mean? Perhaps we're here a little bit. Let's see. And Bone with the big bomb. Let me see. Bulls and Ace retweeted it. Let's see. So what the hell does this mean? Good catch. Alright, so green circle eyes plus fire equals ring of beads. Then yellow circle eyes plus fire equals trophy. Hashtag BAP. Oh, look at this shit here. I just opened a few minutes ago. Do I win? Yeah, you won, but I want it. Put a wrap teeth offer on that soon, sir. On fire. Burn traits to unlock new traits. Let's go back up and then reassess that. Wait, so epic trait plus burn equals something? Then legendary trait plus burn equals something. Oh, starting. Oh shit. Oh wait. All right, bam. All right, let's get into it.
It all started with Genesis chapter 1. Human evolution, we travel to other suns. No confusion, revolutions, and bulls just having fun. Got the heart, got the horns, and ready for action. We're here in the 21st century. DJ in a metaverse memory. If one teen just wonders what can I be, it probably opens up the door. Red. But with the bulls and eights, so I'm feeling kinda great. Staying up late, living like a DJ. But with the bulls and eights, so I'm feeling kinda great. Staying up late, living like a DJ. Metaverse and on the weekend, living like a DJ. Go. But with the bulls and eights, so I'm feeling kinda great. Staying up late, living like a DJ. But with the bulls and eights, so I'm feeling kinda great. Staying up late, living like a DJ. Now that we know our real history, rockin' fresh outfit, no mystery. Fist bump with the ball right next to me. Together now we reach for our destiny. You mess with me, you best believe you're gonna get the horn. Try to get the best of me, what's next to see? Been teaching all along, cause we're here in the 21st century. DJ in a metaverse memory. The gods are born and you will see every story needs a little conflict. But with the bulls and eights, so I'm feeling kinda great. Staying up late, living like a DJ. But with the bulls and eights, so I'm feeling kinda great. Staying up late, living like a DJ. Metaverse and on the weekend, living like a DJ. Metaverse and on the weekend. But with the bulls and eights, so I'm feeling kinda great. Staying up late, living like a DJ. But with the bulls and eights, so I'm feeling kinda great. Staying up late, living like a DJ.
Woo! That's right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. We are here living like DJs. That's right. It is Tokenomics Tuesday. I'm her crypto with the Bulls and Apes Project, and it is one of the most fun spaces of the week. It's where people come to get the drip, get the alpha, get these strategies from the master himself, the Tokenomics game strategizer, Tankman. Tankman, what's up?
What's up?
Woo!
How are you? Holy cow, man. It seems like it's been a lifetime since I was on a space. Last Tuesday, I had barely any voice. I was so sick and out of it because I had the flu super bad. And it feels like I've been missing everybody. I'm so stoked to be back. and happy that we've got some stuff to talk about. Oh my God, you just said the Alpha Drip. You see that we've got the man, the myth, the legend, our fearless leader on stage with us. And usually when he's on stage with us out of the gate means that there's some big stuff coming. So I'm excited. We had our meeting earlier today about what we're talking about tonight, and it's going to be freaking cool. I mean, this is what we've been waiting to get to, right? We had the launch last week. We got the configurator going. Things have been happening over the weekend. I've been seeing our community having a blast with the apes, and now it's time to dive in, dig in, and get this game going.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks for letting me butt in here and take your stage. Usually I'm half asleep or getting ready trying to wrap up work and get myself to bed while you guys are doing this show. But I'm pumped up. I'm energized for today. I couldn't wait to come and talk to the community. And thanks for sharing the stage with me. I wanted to cover three different topics or three different buckets of information. And then I'm going to hand it over to Tankman and her crypto to go through some of the juicy details. But the three buckets. So we've got our ETH back guarantee coming up here. I want to cover that. I want to cover some of the opportunities that I see in front of us, and then I want to get pretty specific about our delivery plans over the next 30 to 60 days. And so let's talk through the ETH back guarantee. So we've got that coming up officially. That is going to be open for business at 11:59 p.m. CST on Thursday. So that's Thursday, March 9th at 11:59 p.m. CST. That is when it goes. That's when it's active. It goes live. You'll be able to get to it on our website. And as I was with the Bulls, just very proud that we're able to offer that up and able to offer up the peace of mind. And so there's never self shaming with us. There's never shaming on clicking that refund button. We know that there were only 15 out of 10,000 bulls that were refunded, and we see those. They're in the refund wallet that we have. There's some really kick-ass bulls that are in there. Oh man, my mouth's watering when I see those bulls. But still, what I look at with this trait ecosystem that we've delivered, and Tankman mentioned we did. It was only just last week, and it was a massive delivery. So we had our ape reveal that went really really well. We took our time. We did a ton of testing with the product launch. Product launch definitely took longer than we were expecting. The cutover from testnet to mainnet is it's a tough one. There's a lot of layers, a lot of endpoints, a lot of APIs that you got to work through, especially when you're delivering something as complex and comprehensive as we did with the trade ecosystem. So that was a massive delivery. And I want to remind everybody that I see a lot of. I know this space. I know this short attention span. I know that this space moves very very quickly, but we move quickly too. And sometimes it doesn't feel that way. But when you look back over the last 10 months, I put our delivery track record up against any project that's out there. And I know that there's probably projects that have delivered as much, but I'll bet my bottom dollar that nobody's delivered more. We are a delivery machine, and we don't always get it all right, but we have a heck of a lot more W's than L's. And I want to thank everybody that's been along the way supporting us and that has been benefiting from all of that delivery that we've delivered, and all of that delivery and where we are today. It makes us want to do more. It has increased our ambitions. It has increased our drive to deliver more value. We are relentless with our delivery. We won't stop. We can't stop. This is what we do. This is BAP. We are about delivering, pushing the space forward, and pioneering. And we are never going to stop. I don't care if there's one refund. I don't care if there's no refunds. I don't care if there's 1,000 refunds. We won't stop until every single refund looks like it was a mistake. And now I know there might be personal reasons to do that refund, but from an NFT, from a business perspective, we will look back. There will be a day when we deliver what we know that we're going to deliver, and we're going to look back and be like, wow, I can't believe some of those were refunded. I can't believe that some of those were refunded. We are up for the challenge. We are always up for the challenge, and we're going to continue to deliver what we know that we're going to deliver, and we're going to deliver with conviction. Now, with that, there's also been a lot of feedback in the community, and we're not perfect. I have conviction, I have confidence in what we're building, I have energy and motivation around what we're building. It energizes me every morning to know what we're building and the space that we're in, and that we're able to do this together, side by side, community, project team together. That energizes me. But we're not perfect. And we heard some feedback. I personally heard a lot of feedback from people in the community. And I reflected on a lot of that. And some of that we want to put into action and change that feedback into opportunities. And those are the opportunities that I see in front of us. I see opportunities for us to do a much better job outlining the value proposition for smallholders. I want to talk about that right up front. Our mantra has always been live your best life. That's been our mantra. And there were times when that mantra was front and center, and you could feel it, you could see it, you could taste it, and you saw small holders, large holders. There was no distinction between the two. It was working together to play the game, to get to teams, to get the right guilds, to get to an incubator, to a merger orb, to get to a god bill. Small holders knew the path to take to get there. And we lost a little bit of that. And so as a project team, we are going to do a much better job of outlining and highlighting the path from going from somebody who's harvesting, somebody who's playing the trait ecosystem, to owning an ape or a teen, to owning a bull, and then to ascending to owning a god bull. We want to make sure that that path is very, very crystal clear, that the messaging around it is clear. The live your best life mantra is out front and in focus, and that we're able to show the path into the inner circle. And the inner circle is where you are when you hold one of our bulls. And I'll get to what it means to be in the inner circle in just a second. On the flip side, we know that there still is really solid collaboration between smallholders and large holders. There is some perception around there that there's a divide. I don't believe that there's a massive divide. I think that we haven't done a good enough job of highlighting some of the positive. It's like the evening news. The evening news, you see the blood, and you see the scandal, you see a lot of the negativity that's out there in the world, and we don't always see the positivity. And so I want to make sure that we're highlighting that positivity as well. And so that is something that I see as a massive opportunity for us. So we're going to do a much better job of communicating and showing the value of owning one bull, the value of owning one ape. And even if our tokenomics has asset accumulation aspects to it, it's very, very important to me that we show that the benefits of our structure is proportional, not disproportionate. It's not disproportionate to small holders. It's not disproportionate to large holders. So we've heard it loud and clear from a number of people that have reached out to me directly. And this is a big topic that is really, really important to me. I want a project that's inclusive, that is fair, and that's the kind of project that we I believe that we have, and we need to do a better job of communicating that. So over to communication. This is another big one that I've been hearing about. I've been hearing about comms. I've been hearing about community input, and I want to make sure that we're tackling this correctly. So number one, a community input. I am going to start having more regular voice chats with groups of our holders. So CGC, Godbowl holders, Inner Circle. It's really important that there is more of a casual interface for me on a more regular basis. I know with some of you, we've developed relationships and we have DMs, and there's certain private DMs or channels that I go into from time to time. But I want to do it on a more regular basis so that if you're a member of the Inner Circle, you know that you have a way to provide feedback, not just in a suggestion channel that maybe it feels like it gets lost. It doesn't. We track all of that, but it might feel that way. And so I want to have a little bit more of a personal touch on the input side, because it's really important to me that as we expand, and that is our expectation as we go into 2023 here, it's about expansion. It's about expanding our reach. That's the focus of community tokenization. That's the focus of the trade ecosystem, the apes, and the configurator. It's about expansion. It's about getting the brand out there. But that does not change that our inner circle is our core, and I want to start making sure that the inner circle feels like the core. So that is really, really important to me. The other one is comms on the way out. So that's about input. comms on the way out. We know that this industry is hype based. It's momentum based. There needs to be anticipation and the element of surprise. Those are all extremely important to what drives momentum in this space, what drives success in this space. So we can't go away from that completely, but we need to do a massively better job of communicating where we're going in the next 6 to 12 months, as well as what are we working on over the next 30 to 60 days. And so I'm committed to making sure that we're going to do that, and we're going to start tonight. So we're going to start with the next 30 to 60 days tonight. We're working through putting together an outline of what this next 6 to 12 months look like. And we're going to do that in a way that we give some information and we show where we're going without losing the anticipation, without losing the element of surprise. So there's a balance. There's a balance there, and I know that we can strike that balance to make sure that we're providing that to the community. The last thing was that there's a perception that we were shooting from the hip here, and because we didn't, in my mind, it's because we didn't do a good job of communicating. It looked like a lot of things were done last minute, when in reality, most of what we've done has been planned. And I say most because, let me stress, when you're pioneering the space and you're pioneering a space that moves as quickly as this space does, there are going to be some things that we shoot from the hip on. When we are gunslingers in some respect. We are going to be trying things out. We're going to hear about something. We're going to come up with an idea, like, hey, let's give that a shot. But that's going to be in the context of the strategy. And if we do a good job of laying out where we're going over the next 6 to 12 months, we do a good job of laying out what the next 30 to 60 days of deliverables are going to be looking like. The gunslinging isn't going to feel like we're just shooting from the hip constantly. We're going to know that we're going to be trying things out. We're going to be testing. We're going to be experimenting. And that's part of who we are at BAP, is challenging the status quo, is problem solving, creative thinking, and really trying to be the trendsetters, the ones who are pioneering the space. And so when I go to the plans, I'm going to talk through some of the new features for the trait ecosystem. I'm going to talk through tokenization, and then I'm going to talk through a floor sweep. And so, number one, on the new features for the trait ecosystem, we've got 4 major features that we're currently working on and that are in our immediate plans. We have tokenomics, and Tankman's going to go through those details. But I will tell you, we heard you loud and clear on OG Bulls, and so you're going to be pleasantly surprised with some of the updates that we have on that. Trait ranks, remember, dynamic. Tankman loves the word dynamic. The apes are dynamic, and right now we have a kick-ass application with the configurator, and we have a kick-ass application with the loot box. But that's not the full picture. The full picture comes into focus when you look at tokenomics. Then you add in trait ranks. You add in the dynamic nature of rarity and the rankings. That adds a whole new element of fun and gamification and engagement. That the next 2 areas are where we're pushing the gamification element forward tremendously. I am super excited about this. I'm a collector at heart. This is gamifying digital collectibles even further. So we are going to have an achievements function that is going to be activity based. And we're also going to have a formula function that is going to be asset based. And that formula function is going to come with a burning mechanism. And so when you look at these 4 features that are underway and are going to be delivered over the next 30 to 60 days, this is going to start to paint a full picture of what it's going to look like. And now when I look at when I go back to the ETH back guarantee, remember the ETH back guarantee, we offered up 6 months for you to make a decision. So as of Thursday, there'll be 5 months left. You have 5 additional months to look at what we're going to deliver. There's not a rush. If you do it, great. That's that. I'm happy that we gave you that peace of mind. I'm happy that we're able to offer that up to you. But I would stress is, you look at what we're going to be what we've delivered over the last 10 months. You look at what we've delivered with the configurator and the loot box mechanism. You see that we have 4 new features that are coming out over the next 30 to 60 days. And I told you that this is just the beginning of our delivery. The trait ecosystem is going to be something that we continue to evolve and have new features released on. Give it a chance. Give it a chance. give it a chance to see what it's like. That's what I would ask of you, is to give it a chance. On the tokenization, this is another area that we heard you loud and clear, and we knew that there was a gap. So Tankman and Her Crypto will go through this, but we are going to be putting some guardrails in place. And then we are also putting in aligned incentives so that as the tokenization program grows, there's benefit to our bull holders as well. And so lastly, floor sweep. Some of you that might have been watching some wallets, watching the ape collection, we did a floor sweep about, I don't know, about 11 ETH worth of apes off the floor just before we started the space. And we did that because I've been out there talking to a number of different alpha groups and a number of different communities. And some people have gone into the collection, and the first thing they said to me was like, "Wow, it looks very, very homogenous. Where's all of the color? Where's the interesting traits?" And I started scrolling through, and I'm like, "Oh crap!" Like the ones that have all of the equipped traits on them, they were pretty far down. And so what we did is we said, okay, what can we do? What can we do to boost this up a little bit? What can we do to bring some of the more colorful apes up above the fold? And so we decided to do that sweep. It also helps with the floor price, getting it closer to that ETH back guarantee, the mint price. But what we're going to do with this is we're going to play the game. We're going to play the loot box game. We want to show off what this can do. And so we're going to play the game with these apes. We'll do a few at a time, and we're going to reintroduce those into the collection as we go. So that's the intention with the floor sweep for those that are watching. So all in all, when I look at this, I am extremely, extremely excited and optimistic about the road ahead. With every single challenge comes an opportunity. We are problem solvers at BAP. We are action takers. We are trendsetters. We are pioneering the space. We uphold the highest standards. That's who we are at BAP. And I know that's who you are in the community. And that's why you're here. You're here alongside us. And that's what we're going to continue to do. We're going to have the relentless delivery. And we are going to be the ones that push the space forward. We're going to be the ones, when you look at who made the stamp in the NFT space, who made the stamp in Web3, who made the stamp in what it means to be digital collectibles, who made a stamp in leveraging blockchain to give value and benefit and power and control to the individual who owns the asset, who in the Web3 space pushed the envelope on removing gatekeepers, removing intermediaries, and providing benefit regardless of asking permission, permissionless benefit to the individuals, to the holders. We are going to be one of those companies. We're going to be that project, Bulls and Apes project. That's what people are going to look at. That's what I'm excited about. And I am so grateful and thankful that each one of you are here alongside us on this journey.
Did you hear that click? That must have been the mic drop. Awesome, Anthony. I'm
Woo! Yeah, sorry, I was just really hyped up. I was really hyped.
I know, I'm hyped up.
Really hyped.
It's like the rallying call, right? And let's get us going. Anthony just laid it out, and now we get to actually dive into the nuts and bolts. I'm excited to do this because I know the community's been asking for it, and now we get to actually dive in and talk about not only what Anthony's just laid out, but the things that are coming. I'm excited, but before we do that, what should we be doing, Her Crypto? Retweet the room? Let's reset.
That's right. Yeah, before we do that, let's make sure to retweet the room, let people know that we are going to be diving into this new information we've got. You heard Anthony, he just laid it down for you. If you had questions, if you had doubts, if you were thinking and wondering what was going on, I think the man just answered a lot of those. So let's make sure to hit the tweet in the nest. Let's get this room retweeted, tag your friends, comment, sweep, because what has happened to that ape floor? It is gone. That's right. And like Anthony said, it's going to be a lot of fun equipping and getting them back out and showing people really what it looks like, all the different things you can do with it. So let's make sure that we are getting people into this space. Let's make sure that they know we are here. And it's not just a regular tokenomics. It's extra fun tonight, you guys. right. Yeah, we don't have that much of a break because we got a lot to get through. We got a lot of information. We have some very exciting news to go through. And like Anthony said, the first thing we've got it is Tokenomics Tuesday. We said it's not just a regular one, but even the regular ones are always so much fun. So this is extra, extra fun. So Tank, we're gonna talk
Extra,
about your favorite subject. I know, extra, extra,
ex,
extra.
I love that extra fun. Hey, so I want to mention something. I want to just I'm going to go over some of the stuff that Anthony talked about. We're going to definitely dive into tokenomics. And I want to dive into what he talked about with the new gamification. I know he talked about activity based and asset based, and that's two of the new gamification aspects that we're bringing to the apes here in the very 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 near future. And I want to dive into that a little bit. But I want to bring up something related to his floor sweep. So he talked about us doing a floor sweep, and that we're going to play the game. And I want to clarify that because we've talked about over the last few months three different avatars. How I look at three different avatars in this space as far as the gamification is concerned. So we talk about the collector who collects NFTs, which is basically somebody that's minting out these traits. And maybe they're just going to have a whole bunch of traits in their wallet and they just want to have 100, 200, 300 traits in their wallet and they're going to use them as they wish. Then you've got the designer that's actually putting together apes, and then they're going to put those up for sale. Then you've got the trait collector who's also collecting the traits, but they're doing the trading and the selling of the traits because that's the game they want to play. But what I want to do is highlight what Anthony said related to the floor sweep. So he talked about sweeping the floor and that we were going to play the game with those apes. And what he specifically means is we're going to do exactly that. We want to show the community and people that are looking in at our project, not only that our holders and community are doing it, but we as a project are going to do it. So we're going to open loot boxes. The team is going to get involved with this. This is going to be a blast. We're going to have a lot of fun with this. And we're going to outfit these apes that we swept. And then we're going to reintroduce them back into the ecosystem, meaning that we're going to put these things up. And we want to show people what you can make and that they're going to be available for purchase. So that way we're showing the diversity in our collection, right? We're showing that there can be a lot of different looks other than maybe what people are seeing right now with this homogenous kind of looking collection. We want to bring that diversity into our collection. So that is going to be something really fun. And we're going to engage with it. We're going to play it. We're going to do it. And we're going to get it out there and say, hey, guys, come have fun with us and let's do this together. So I'm excited for that because it's going to be cool to have our team involved with this and to start creating these apes within the project wallet and then providing them to other people outside. So it's going to be super, super cool. I'm excited about that. So I just want to bring that up as just one thing that Anthony talked about, but just to dial that in a little bit so you guys really understand what we're going to be doing with these apes that we just swept. So super, super cool. But we should talk about tokenomics because when we say tokenomics, people think methane token. What does that mean? And we've been hinting at this for a while. We had commented on the changes that our NFTs are going to have. So I'm going to reiterate that. And then we've made some additional changes. So first off, let's talk about what's coming here literally like very soon. And that is the increase in methane production. So we talked about our Teen Bowl collection. Our Teen Bowl collection is earning methane on a an elevated transactional purpose. So what you do is you're earning one methane or two methane per day, one methane per day. Sorry guys, one methane per day for the first week, and then it goes to two, and then it goes to four currently. So we're going to be changing that and updating. So your teen bulls will be earning one methane for the first week. They're going to be earning three methane for the second week, and then they will be earning five methane for that third week. So the OG bulls are going to be generating one additional methane per day once you reach that additional level of either two or three. So that's an additional added methane generation that's coming. And then, of course, when you pair your ape with that, then they're going to double their production. So if you're on level 3 with a standard teen, it will go from a 5 to a 10 methane generation. So that's really, really cool. Our resurrected teens. Now, our resurrected teens are those teens that are in our underworld. And if you have a god bull and you mint a resurrection, you can go into the underworld and you can resurrect a teen from the underworld. He comes back to life with this really cool blue halo. What's awesome about him is he collects his methane through compounding, meaning you don't have to go in daily to harvest. You can just go in once a week or once a month. He's going to always save up his methane. Currently, they're generating 5 methane per day, but they're going to go up to 7 methane per day. So the resurrected teens are going to go up to 7 methane per day. And then if you pair your OG or your ape with a resurrected teen, that resurrected teen is going to earn then 14 methane per day. So that was something else that we announced. And now our God Bulls. So currently our God Bulls are generating 20 methane per day. The God Bulls are getting a really big kick in the pants and a big increase, and they're going to be generating 100 methane per day, which will be added very, very, very soon to our tokenomics. So anybody that has a God Bull, you'll start seeing that 100 methane per day generation. So that was super cool. And we were really excited for the meth generation. And then we talked about the meth generation for OG Bulls. And this is where we heard a lot from our community. Anthony had made this comment related to tokenomics that we heard you, we listened, we heard the concerns, and we felt that we needed change based on what our community is saying. Our community is correct, right? We heard you, we went back and reviewed it, and we said, you know what? They have a great point, and they're 100% correct. So we are making a tweak to our OG collection. So our OG bulls, the zero breed bulls, are still going to earn 15 methane per day. However, if you have a 0, 1, or 2 breed OG bull, meaning it's not up to 3 breeds yet, that bull can be paired and it will now earn 15 methane per day. So we're not going to put a restriction on having to have the 3 breeds in that bull in order to be able to pair it with your ape. So if you want to pair it with your ape, you're going to generate 30 methane per day. That's going to be your generation. So if you leave an OG bull that has 1 or 2, he's currently only generating 10. That's going to stay the same. Your 0 breeds are going to generate 15. That's going to stay the same. But the minute you pair an ape to that, it's going to generate 30 methane per day. Super cool. But we're going to add another twist. And I think this is going to be fun. As we listen to our community, one of the things that we've loved about it is our community has come up with some really cool storyline for us. And we adopted a storyline that one of our members in our community came up with called a compass. And a compass is where you have a God Bull of each guild, a North God Bull, a South God Bull, an East God Bull, and a North God Bull. So when you have a God Bull from each guild and you have it in your wallet, we're calling that a compass. Now, there is nothing special with the God Bulls. It's super cool. I've got myself a compass. I was so proud that I got it. I know a number of other community members that got a compass. And we thought, how awesome was this that our community came up with this idea of a compass? And we said, what could we do with the compass that could bring some fun gamification to our OG Bulls as well? So we said, you know what? Let's add this compass feature to our OG Bulls. So this is what we're going to do. So if you've got a wallet and you have 4 OG Bulls of your North, South, East, West guild, and you pair that with your OG, with your ape. So as long as any ape, it doesn't matter. The apes do not have to be gilded the same, but you pair your apes to 4 of those gilded, excuse me, OG bulls, and their breeds are replenished, you will earn an extra 10 methane per day per OG. So that means that those OGs are now generating 40 methane per day. So that's within a compass. It's limited to 1 compass per wallet. You can only have 1 compass per wallet, but those 4 OGs are going to now generate you an additional 40 methane per day for creating that compass. So we thought that that was super cool and fun for those that want us to have a compass. We call it a compass bonus. I love that. I see that Jordash posted that in a DM I'm watching.
And take me. Let's just clear on that. It'll be up to 40 because the compass, it might be one that's earning earning 20 and it'll get boosted up to 30, and so the compass will get a plus 10 meth bonus.
Sorry about that, Anthony. Can you clarify that again?
Yeah. So the compass, you put the compass together. There's 1 per wallet. It's a plus 10 meth bonus. So whatever the bull would be earning paired, it's plus 10 on top of that because it's part of a compass.
Correct. Right. So if that OG bull is a 10, then it's going to be earning that 10 additional, but you're earning a 40 meth bonus with a compass.
Yeah, got it. The whole compass. Yeah, got it.
That's what I meant. Right. As a whole compass, you're earning a 40 meth. I didn't mean a 40 per bowl, unless they were 30. But no, if you have, and that's, I think you make a good point, right? So, what we've been talking about, and part of the reason why we were encouraging the replenishments is because replenishments is going to be super, super important in the future. And we've made that clear. We made it clear that part of our gamification is going to require your bulls to have all three breeds. So part of our reasoning behind the three breed requirement to pair was to hopefully encourage our community. But we understood by doing that, we left out those 0, 1, and 2 breed bulls. And that wasn't fair. We get it. And we heard the community say that. So we wanted to come back and change that. So by now being able to pair any OG you can with an ape, and now generating 30 methane per day when you do that, which is super cool. But as soon as you get that breedings built out and in a compass, now you can generate that additional 40 methane. I think that's super powerful, and that does two things. One, it gives our community the additional bonus of that 40 methane, which is for one compass per wallet. But we're also getting those OGs replenished, which is what we're going to need coming in the future. So I'm really excited for this. I'm hoping that our community is going to be pumped about it. Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be super cool. So yeah, it's going to be fun. I think that's for tokenomics. Let's leave it there.
Yeah, and I'll pause there because I'm going to give everybody a head start to go buy some bulls because I'm in a shopping mood tonight too.
Look out, Anthony's in a shopping mood, man. You get him started earlier tonight. He's going to keep on going. I love it, Anthony. Thanks, man. All right, Her Crypto. Hey, so I want to go over the guardrails, community tokenization. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, as long as we hit, I was reading along here, and you guys are reading DMs, and I'm also reading stuff and reading through the Discord, making sure that you hit all of the OG Bull information because people were asking, they were like, "Wait, what?" And it was funny. Charlie put in there, "Can someone ask Tank to slow down? I'm getting confused." I was dying laughing. It was so funny. So we're all good on the OG Bulls. Everyone in class get that. Check your notes, ask your neighbor. um
Well, and we'll be publishing some notes on this too. There's a lot of information on the space. We've gotten requests on getting written notes, some summaries, so that we'll include that in the summary.
Absolutely,
yeah,
yes.
100%.
Sorry, Tank, go ahead. Yeah.
No. Yeah, I was going to say 100%. Yeah, because I mean, yeah, it's a lot, right? And I kind of stammered through it a little bit, dealing with my cough here as I was talking, and I apologize about that. But we'll definitely get this in writing. Anybody has any questions, you can DM me. I will always be available for questions, and we're going to talk about this every week, right? So if you think you missed something, come on back in next week. We will definitely be letting you guys know before this goes live. So we can have a deeper conversation about it when it's time to actually go in and utilize the function. Whether you have to actually take an action to do that, which is like pairing your apes, or you just hold that those NFTs, that compass in your wallet, and you're earning that additional 10 methane just by holding that compass in your wallet, right? Like Anthony said, maybe you're just holding the compass in your wallet, and now you're going to earn that additional methane bonus for doing that. Which is going to be really cool for our OG Bull holders as they sit right now. And then, of course, if you pair it with an ape, and you hold that compass in your wallet, then you're getting the best of all the worlds. And that's where you're generating then, well, if you look at it, 40 methane per bull for that compass bull. So that's going to be super cool. But we'll definitely be talking about this in more detail as we dive into the tokenomics, because not only is the meth generation going to be important in the tokenomics, but we're going to start talking about the gamification of the apes, which is going to get deep as well. And we'll definitely make sure that we bring everybody along with us. And so if there's questions, you can hit me in the DMs or come up on stage, raise your hand. We'll bring you up on stage and we'll have a conversation. We'd love to do it here because trust me, if you've got the question, 9 times out of 10, somebody in the audience is going to have the same question. So all questions are welcome. And I just start talking so fast and going through this, I may miss a detail that you guys need. So please raise your hand if you want to jump in. But let's talk about the guardrails, because I think that's super important. And we've got some cool details about the guardrails that we want to talk about as well.
Yes, that's right. So, we've definitely dropped a lot of information, and I think the biggest takeaway is that, of course, we have plans, we've got a long-term vision, but we're always, willing to pivot. We are always listening to the community. And like Anthony said, well, sometimes it seems like things are getting left and not addressed. We are absolutely always keeping track and trying to implement as much as we can when it makes sense. And community tokenization is one of those things that was another industry changing, ground breaking, pushing of the envelope thing that we brought to the Web3 space. And it's been amazing. It's been great. It was really well received. We've had a lot of amazing communities participate. We've had a lot of amazing people join our BAP universe. We've definitely had some new people buying bulls, some people got in on the apes, and we have been growing, albeit not as ideal as we were hoping. And we've definitely got work to do there, but we know and we are implementing some things that you're going to see rolling out. On that, one of the things we definitely heard from the community and definitely realized as we were going through this program was that there needs to be an evolution of it where there is a few guardrails, something that made it where people had to participate a little bit more with our community, as far as being in the BAP community or being actively participant. And I will say really quick, I am going to bring people up. If you guys hit request buttons and you're going to come up, don't worry, I'm going to bring you up here, and we will definitely get into questions after I run through this pretty quick announcement around the community tokenization. Sorry, I just got a little sidetracked there because I had some people requesting. And if you fell off, hit the request button again, and we'll bring you up. But so we definitely listened. We definitely saw some things that we wanted to also agree with, that we are going to be implementing some guardrails. And those guardrails we announced a couple weeks ago. We mentioned we haven't tokenized any new communities as we've been working through the system of how these were going to go into place, what they were going to go in, what was going to go in place. And that's been worked out, and we've been still working through some of it. But one of the things that we've definitely come up with and we've decided is that we do want one of the guardrails to be absolutely being a part of our BAP ecosystem. So there will be a level that everyone is going to be able to participate, whether you hold a BAP asset or not. We absolutely want to make this accessible to people outside of our ecosystem. That's part of the point of the community tokenization. So I have this where you don't have to necessarily own an asset in the BEP ecosystem. That includes our OG Bulls, Teens, Gods, the BOTB fam as well. All of that ecosystem that we consider under the one umbrella of the BAP universe. So we want it to be open for the people to be able to use their existing NFTs, collect the methane token. But that will only be up to a certain level, a certain number of assets that you hold in your wallet. After that, what's gonna happen is there's gonna be an leveling up or an owning up threshold system. And so as you increase the amount of assets that you own from the other tokenized communities, you're going to have to own certain BAP assets and possibly even certain numbers of BAP assets. So some of those finer details are getting worked out, but we are absolutely going to be putting into place a owning up type of threshold where we're going to encourage people that, if they do have a number of assets in our tokenized communities, that's great. But we also want you to be involved and check out how awesome our community is and what we're doing here in the BAP universe, and make sure that we're getting that engagement as well. And so that's something that I know we've had a lot of feedback, a lot of ideas around. And one of the things that I know we saw a lot in that suggestion box, from many different community members. And so that's where we absolutely did say, yes, this is something that we're going to put in place. And as far as the specific details and the tech behind it, we're definitely going to get those rolled out because it is going to be an automatic thing. It's going to be just, being able to sign in, use your My Collection, and then it's going to automatically do it. So it's all going to be done on the back end via tech. And so we're just going to finalize all those numbers. And of course, we will get those out and get that information as we uh, finalize that. So, yeah, super excited about that. That's a big announcement. As far as I know, we said we had the guardrails, but now we have announced the actual guardrail. And then I think Tank, the
Yeah,
other part.
we got something else to add to that, right? Do you want me to talk about that? What that next portion of our community tokenization piece that we want to announce tonight? Um, we've actually hinted at it. So, one of the things I want to emphasize on, and you made a great point, but I want our community to hear this one more time. There's going to be that threshold, like you said, which was awesome, right? So you're going to have that threshold that everybody's going to qualify. However, it's going to be about owning BAP assets, and I want to clarify that our BAP assets are not just our OG Bulls and God Bulls, but that's our BOTB family as well. So BOTB is going to also be included in that. What did you call it? Not leveling. You called it leveling up or earning up, right? You said
Owning
earning
up.
up.
Owning up.
Owning up. I love that. So you're owning up your levels by owning additional BAP or BOTB assets. That's going to unlock additional community tokenized assets that you can draw tokens out of. So this is huge. I think this is awesome. But I'm excited about the next thing that we're going to be doing with community tokenization. So and here this is part of listening to our community, right? And we know our community has been like, okay, hey, you guys are tokenizing these communities, they're earning these assets, that's awesome. We want to bring more eyes to the project, we want to cross pollinate across different projects, we want to bring eyes into our project, we want people to see these other projects. That's what this is about. But our OG Bulls mean a lot to us. We've always said that our OG Bulls are the foundation of our collection. They're the start. They're where everything started. And our OG Bulls should be able to benefit from community tokenization as well. They should benefit because they've been here for the ride with us. So we're going to be adding a feature that there's going to be a methane earned bonus for active OG holders. So what that means is if you're an active OG holder, meaning you're still going in and claiming your methane, you're playing the game, right? So we're not talking about OG Bulls that are sitting in a dead wallet someplace that maybe people have put on a shelf and they love them, but they're not doing anything with them. We're talking about those that want to be active with our project. And we'll define what active means and provide that detail when we get ready to release this function. But if you're active in the project, claiming your methane, doing what you need to do, you're going to be able to earn a bonus for tokenized communities that come in and claim. So the more tokenized communities that are claiming, the more that are participating and harvesting their methane, the higher your bonus is going to be for each of those OGs that are participating in our ecosystem as well. So I'm really excited about this because this is going to reward our OG holders for being in our ecosystem, for holding on, diamond handing their OGs, but also participating and then seeing all these amazing communities coming in and participating in our ecosystem. So we'll look at the total generated methane. There's going to be some really cool calculations, formulas that are being put together right now, and you guys are going to be able to see that. You'll have a visual of what that's going to be, so the more that are earning, the more tokenized communities are harvesting, the more you're going to be able to earn as that OG bonus. So that's for those OG holders. So I'm really excited about this, you guys. This, like I said, Anthony said at the very beginning, I've said it already twice. Her Crypto said it as well. We're hearing you guys. We want the feedback. We love the communication. Sometimes it's a little rough and rugged, and we love that as well. But we're hearing you, and yes, this is part of that pivot and making things be even that much better than what we've already delivered over the last 10 months. Cool.
I know, absolutely. I'm excited. Yes, that's exactly. I know, so much information. We're really excited. So many new things, and like you said, this is we talk about it. Anthony talked about it, you just mentioned again. Yeah, it's not unusual for us to listen to community pivot. We've done it before. We absolutely have introduced new things, and that is part of absolutely, I think, what makes our community amazing and where we're going, a success in what we're doing here and building all together. Because it takes all of us. We all have different perspectives, different ideas, and sometimes it takes a couple times. Like hearing something, and it's like okay, because you want to make sure is it like
like a kid,
not just
right?
like yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's like is it a couple people, or is it like oh yeah, like yeah, and then it's like okay, yeah, like we're gonna do this. So yes, I'm so excited. We're definitely gonna get that. I'm excited to get the guardrails in also because we have, paused the community tokenization until those guardrails go into effect. So the sooner that we get them finalized, then we can get back to get back to tokenizing more communities because we're not stopping. Like
Oh no,
Anthony
we're not
said,
stopping.
we're not stopping with anything. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
not at all. And we've got some amazing tokenized community or some amazing communities that are right there. We're ready to pull the trigger, but we just got to get these guardrails in place, and then it's going to be all about getting these communities on board and starting to re-engage with them. I'm excited for that. Because I want to go get a few more NFTs in these other communities, so that's gonna be super cool. So I know we got a couple people up on stage. Trippies, I see your hearts there. Love you guys. So I know that we got a couple of people up on stage, but I want to talk a little bit more about the gamification that Anthony announced, so that way we get a full picture of everything that we've dripped out today. Or it hasn't been a drip; it's like a fire hose today of information, right? With the tokenomics, with the OG bulls, with this OG generating bonus through our community tokenization, but the gamification. So I want to just talk a little bit more about that, so you guys understand how impactful the gamification is going to be, and the changes that Anthony announced. So, as all of you guys know, a big part of the OG Bulls ecosystem and the gamification of the OG Bulls was putting together formulas. I mean, that's what we talked about. Anthony mentioned formulas um, with our asset based gamification. I'm going to bring it up because it's what we did with our OG Bulls, and it's what made the OG Bulls so fun and so successful. And that formula was fairly simple. It was generating teams, collecting a north, south, east, and west, going and taking another teen and burning that teen, creating a merger orb, bringing that merger orb and those 4 teens of a different guild into your wallet, burning those, and then summoning the God Bull. Okay. So that was the process. That was the gamification of the OG Bulls. It was super fun. It was super engaging. Our community um, was amazing about this. We had large holders helping small holders. It was awesome to see. We've always planned on doing very similar things with the apes, but as we've talked about, the apes are a product launch. So because the apes are so unique with the dynamic NFT, we wanted to make sure that we got that into the ecosystem first, so people understood the process of how you open a loot box, how you acquire traits, how you put them on your apes, how you try things out, because it's all a practice, right? If you look at what we've done in our ecosystem, you'll see one thing happening, and then you'll see that we release something else that's even a bigger thing. So, like we did the God boxes where you utilize methane to open a God box. You saw that if those of you that had gods, you saw that the gods earned energy in a certain day. You saw that if your God bull was ranked a certain high ranking, your energy went faster. That was all a trial run for what we're doing with the apes, right? So, all of that we've released has been building up to where we're going with our project. So, that brings us now to these 2 new features. And the one feature that we're talking about is the formula feature. Now, the formula feature is very similar to what we did with our OG Bulls, but we're using the traits because that's what our apes are creating. Our OG Bulls created teams, our apes are creating traits. So, with this formula, we're going to have formulas that you're going to be able to pull together and outfit, and then based on that formula of whatever that is, you're going to then release something else, right? So that's the basis of how the formula works. So you're collecting, you're putting together, there's going to be a burning function, and then you're getting something that you could not otherwise get through our existing methods of attaining traits. So right now, traits are all obtained via loot boxes, but we're going to provide a means to be able to get traits now through this additional process that you can't get that way. So it adds a gamification and now access, and everybody can play this, right? So this can be a small holder, it can be a large holder, it's going to be amazing. Then we're going to have an activity based gamification, and this is through achievements, what we're calling achievements. So you achieve a certain thing through your activity, and that levels you into something else to unlock something else, right? So those something else's we're going to have very soon. I don't want to give too much information here because her crypto is going to mute me. But these are the 2 added gamifications that we're bringing. There's things that we've already been doing, things that have been in development since we've been developing the apes, and it's part of our product release. So these added layers of gamification are going to really bring that additional value into our ape ecosystem, and have the ability for our community to play the game, to unlock these really cool things, just like we did with our OG bulls through the tokenomics and the gamification of acquiring apes and burning them and getting these really cool god bulls. So we're going to have very similar gamification portions that are going to unlock and release these really cool things that will be cool. So I want to actually give you guys let me give you an example. So through the formula, let's say that we have 3 different color hats, and you take these 3 different color hats in a formula, have them in your wallet, and then those 3 different color hats turn into a rainbow hat. That rainbow hat is only accessible through this formula and would not be able to be accessible through a loot box. So that's an example of how a formula would work. Or we would take more common traits, and more common traits could have future utility within the game as well. So I know that I've gotten DMs about, man, I've opened multiple common boxes and I keep getting these same color eyes. I've got the same thing. I've got a bunch of the same color eyes in my wallet. Eyes are a common trait. Eyes, every ape needs eyes, right? So when you think about it, there should be 10,000 sets of eyes out there, because there is, and we want them to be different colors. So yeah, you're going to unlock more eyes. That's just a nature of the collection, because eyes are needed for every single ape. But maybe there's a lot of one because it's needed out there, because there's going to be some formula that requires specific eye colors to release something. So don't sleep on the common traits. Trade them, have fun with them, sell them, but always know that we have value in our collection. We've always said this from day one, that we don't let things go to waste, specifically if we're telling you that we're not going to let things go to waste. And super common traits are something that you will see value and find a need for in the future, I guarantee. So that's going to be really, really fun. I think that's it. I just wanted to cover that real quick, and I'd love to get some questions. We're talking about an hour and laid a lot on you guys. So I'd love to get some questions. Definitely.
I know 247 and Nikki, I see you, and we are going to absolutely get to you, but I just really quick, I see a lot of people asking this question, and maybe you're going to ask for this to be reiterated as well. Tank, can you just run us back through the new OG Bull 1 like full breed, the differentiator and their pairing, and then the compass?
100%. Okay, so let's start from the basics. If you have currently a 1 or 2 breed bull in your wallet, it is earning, or currently a 3, 1, 2, and 3 breed bulls in your wallet are earning 10 methane tokens per day. Okay, a 0 breed is earning 15 methane tokens per day. Now you can pair an ape with any of those 0, 1, 2, and 3, and now they're going to earn 30 methane tokens per day. So it doesn't matter anymore. The replenishment doesn't come into play until
take man. Yeah, the full breed still earn more. The full breeds are 10 more.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. See, look, I'm even confused myself.
Yeah.
Isn't that terrible?
So here let me say it a little differently. 0, 1, and 2 can earn up to 30 with the changes.
Right.
Full breeds can earn up to 40.
40 with the changes, right. So sorry about that. Yes. And I had that on my notes right here. I'm looking at it. I just hadn't gotten to it. So, but thank you for clarifying that. So yes. So that's what you're going to get. But once you replenish your bull and you've got a compass, now you're earning that 10 methane bonus across the board for those 4 that are in that compass. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to pair an ape with it to get that compass bonus. The compass bonus is going to be a compass bonus whether you pair it or not. So if I've got 4, let's give you an example. If I've got 4 0 breed bulls, am I getting this right, Anthony? I want to make sure I'm reading my notes correct here. Yes. If you've got 4 0 breed bulls, and you put them in a compass, you're going to earn 10 methane per day extra on those OG bull, on those 4 0 breed bulls. But if they're fully replenished and in a compass, now they're earning technically 50 per day. So you're getting that extra bump for putting them in a compass. Now the compass is limited to just 1 per wallet. So if you've got 16 bulls in your wallet and you have multiple compasses, only 1 will qualify. So you're only going to get that 40 methane bonus. which turns those 4 technically into 50 earners per day. But that's how the compass works. So let me back that up and say it again. And I apologize, you guys, that I'm a little tongue tied on this, but I will get this out.
Yeah, up to 30 and up to 40.
Right.
That's including the compass bonus. So it's 30 and 40 are the caps.
Correct. All right. So hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah. So 0, 1, and 2 are up to 30. Full breeds up to 40. So that's that. So you're looking at the 8 multiplier plus compass bonus. So any combination of those will add to what they already are.
Correct. And we'll put this in writing so you guys understand. I apologize if we made that.
I know. I just want to clarify too. The compasses we speak of are OG bull compasses, not God bull compasses.
That is correct. These are OG bull compasses. The God bulls, no messing around. You get 100. It's just you get 100.
Right, there you go. Yeah, God bulls are 100 no matter what. All right. Any more questions there, Her Crypto?
Yeah, we got our people on stage, so we're gonna go Nikki T. Nikki, you can roll first. What's up, Nikki?
Hi guys, how's everybody? Cool to be back on Tankonomics Tuesdays. I just had a few questions in terms of the compass and breedings and whatnot. So for now, having breeds and having paired guilds isn't a play that we should be doing anymore, or is the compass thing the way to go now?
No, absolutely. Your breedings are going to get you the maximum, right? And that's what we just said. So your breedings are now going to get you that maximum of that 40 per day.
Yeah, so I'm meaning like, because you're saying that replenishments are going to be coming back into play to, like, for the breedings of the bulls. Is that's
so Nikki, a full breed still earns the most meth. The full breed paired with an ape is going to earn 30. That's more than what 0, 1s, and 2s paired with an ape do.
Yeah.
And then if you added in a compass bonus on top of that, full breeds can get up to 40, while 0, 1s, and 2s can get up to 30. So full breeds still have a 10 meth advantage, at least a 10 meth advantage over the others.
Okay. So then if you're compassing them, does each bull in that compass get 10 extra?
Yes.
So basically, if you have 1, 0, 1, or 2, you'll be getting 40 bonus.
Yeah. If you the four bulls in a compass together are equal a 40 bonus. For
Okay.
that compass.
Does that negate if you had apes paired to those bulls and have them in a compass?
No, it's on top.
Okay.
Of that.
Okay, so yeah, I guess my first question was basically, so pairing bulls at the moment isn't a play until longer down the road. Because I remember Tank always just mentioned that breeds will be coming back into play down the line.
Yeah, down the line, breedings, Nikki. Look, that's we'll start. Like I mentioned, we'll talk through the 6 to 12 month plan at some point soon here. Breedings will come into play.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, just because there's so many different ways that you can play this game, just trying to make sure I understand all the different plays. So thanks for clarifying.
Yep. Sure, no problem.
That's all my questions for the moment. I'm just taking notes while people are talking. So thanks, guys.
Perfect. Thanks, man. Sorry. And you know what? This is complex. So we will get this written down. Even me here reading off my notes. And Anthony's got this dialed in. Maybe we should call Anthony the tokenomics master in here. But yeah, definitely with these additional features, we just wanted to make sure that we provided a benefit to the 0, 1, and 2 breed bulls for pairing, because we said that only initially you could only pair the full bred bulls. Well, now you can pair any bull. It doesn't matter how many breeds are, and you're going to get that benefit. As a 1 or 2 is going to get the benefit. Of course, the 15, if it's a 0 breed, it's only going to earn 15. But if you pair a 1 or 2, you're going to get a benefit, and then the 3, you're going to get the additional benefit, and then you're going to get the 10 on top of it if any of those are in a compass. Because your compass could have technically a 1 breed bull in it, a 2 breed bull, and a couple 3 breed bulls, right? That's still a compass because we're looking at the guilds. We're not looking at how many breeds there are. So the compass bonus is 10 times 4, which is 40. So depending how you look at it, whether it's got a 0 breed in there or a full breed, if it's, a 1 breed or 2 breed, if it has a 1 or 2, it's earning 20 plus the 10, which equals 30. If it's a full breed, it's earning 30 plus the 10, which is 40. So that's another way to look at the math. And I guess that's probably where I got everybody a little confused. So the best way to look at it is you're earning the double methane for a 1 and 2, brings you up to 20. The zeros are still earning the 0. That's the way they're going to stay. If you pair with a full breed, you're earning your 30, and then you're going to get that 10 bonus across the board. So that's the way that it works, the way that it's stepped out. Cool. All right. Any other questions? Yeah, we got questions. Let's go.
Oh yeah, we got lots of people. Yeah. Well, next up we had 247, and then I know BKD. Sorry, I know you came up. You got your hand up, and Mo's not after him, but 247 was up, and then we'll go to you, BKD.
Hello, everyone. Hey, thank you guys. Great moves you guys have been doing. I actually wanted to quit from Bulls and Apes project, but you guys tricked me into it from the tokenization of one of the projects that I'm in, and now I'm holding an OG again.
That's awesome.
Oh
Love
my
it.
God, you guys are crazy. But yes, well, happy to be here again, trying to hold some down the line. Uh, I'm very, very excited and hyped because all the announcements, the clarifications that Unmunch already did, that he has been he just did right now, and I'm pretty bullish. Hopefully, if you don't know, I've been here since Mint. Then I sell all my OGs. I don't regret it, and now I'm back. I'm back in I think in the right entry point, in the best. Delivery of the team, I never doubt it. They're always going to deliver. These guys, I just want to say something probably you guys didn't know, but these guys make moves inside the USPTO. If you guys don't know what it is, just check it out. My question, Tangman, is what happened when the unisex traits are applied to one of the apes? What happened to the one that is remaining? I've been asking inside the Discord, but no one was able to answer me.
Yeah, great question. So when you look at OpenSea, you actually see a male and female. That does not mean that you have a male fur and a female fur. That's not that you have two traits in one NFT. It's still only one trait. What those two pictures are representing is that you can apply it to either a male or female. So if you apply that trait to a male, the female's not still hanging out there, because what you're doing is you're actually burning that 1155 NFT out of existence, which burns everything related to it, and you're adding then that trait to the ape that you've chosen. So we show it as two different pictures just because it looks different on a male and a female ape. They have different body, shapes. So we want to represent what it's going to look like so our holders can see that. But when you apply it to one or the other, you don't have the other one still existing. It only applies to whatever gender ape you're going to apply it to.
Thank you very much. So this means if I have a female and a male ape, that means I need to have two. Let's say I want them to have the same fur. That means I will have to have two furs so I can apply it to both of my apes, correct?
Correct. Yes, 100%.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Tangman. Now this unisex trait, it's out of my head. I can sleep well now.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Tangman. Always good to hear from you guys. I appreciate everything you guys are doing.
Yep, cool.
And give me another chance to get back to the project.
There you go. I love it. Love it. Hey, so I want to bring up something else too. Something else that we've heard is about gas fees. And we understand, that, hey, there's concerns about gas fees because of what we're paying. And unfortunately, a lot of the gas fees we can't control because it's all based on activity on the blockchain, and that's going to dictate where the fees are. We've seen an uptick in gas fees over the last couple of weeks, and that has been an issue. But we are looking at options. You've probably seen Yev, our head dev, out there tweeting on our company dev Twitter page, talking about some of this with some of our community and going back and forth, having a little fun banter with them about this. But in all seriousness, he, of course, is looking at optimizations. So I just want to let you guys know that that is something else that we're listening to. We hear you, and we'll be making announcements if certain things like that are able to be determined, and we can implement them Not only will you see it, but we'll make those announcements. So I want to make sure that we got that out there. All right, we got other questions. Who else is up? Mo, what's going on, man?
Oh, hang on. I know he's got his hand up. Sorry, Tank, but BKD was next,
Okay,
and then Mo.
Thanks, Her Crypto. Thank you guys for having me on stage. I have I have a couple of questions. One, Tankman just addressed. The other one is around the OG. I apologize because Anthony, you might have to repeat the same thing again, but I'm just gonna ask for my clarity's sake. So you said one OG that with zero breed will currently earns 15 meth, right? And when you pair it with an ape, it's gonna upgrade to 30 meth per day, correct?
No, the zero breed bulls. And Anthony, if you want to jump in here,
Yeah, I'll jump in. So let's focus on the up to because we are still in implementation mode here. So the details let us write it out and confirm. But what is clear is that 0, 1, 2, and 3 will be up to 30, and full breed will be up to 40. And so full breed will have a 10 meth benefit on top of the 0, 1s, and 2s. And we've got to work out some of the basics. I know that when you're doing the straight math, you're looking at it and say, well, hold on a second, zero breeds earn 15. How's that going to work with the multiplier and this and that? We'll work out the details in between and get that out to you. But the announcement that we're making here is that all of them are going to be able to be multiplied, and all of them are going to be able to be part of a compass for a bonus, and that the 0, 1s, and 2s will be up to 30, and the full breeds will be up to 40.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Thanks for the clarification. I think that's important, right? Let's get this in writing so that there's no confusion. We're saying the same thing. I think what's happening is we're just saying it in different ways, and I think it's important that we get this in writing so that we
yeah, I could see a gap there. That's why I wanted to confirm. But definitely, you guys need to do the maths on the background and then put it out. I totally understand that. My second question was around the gas. So I am not available by any means in the project, but I have 10 apes, and like if I have to, like, let's say I decide to open loot boxes, it's currently costing me like $100 to open 10 common loot box, right? So my concern is if every 7 days I have to spend $100 just to open common loot boxes, that's a bit much. Like what Tankman already touched on this, that they are considering some things. I just wanted to basically suggest if we could have some mechanism wherein we don't get a gas transaction just for opening it, or we should only some kind of meth, like currently we have with meth wallet, like where we accumulate meth and then only when we claim it to our wallet we pay the gas fee. If something to that effect can be done with loot boxes too, that would be really awesome.
Yeah, and we've got a list of gas optimization items. So Dr. Yev has a list of them. Some of them are pretty easy to put in. So I mentioned the delivery plan over the next 30 to 60 days, and we talk through some of the bigger items that we're going to be delivering. There are a number of smaller items that are, some of them are pretty darn exciting. They're exciting on the improvement side, the optimization side, and they're exciting on the user experience side. So we only covered the larger ones here. There's a number of there's a whole backlog of items. There's a whole pipeline of items. Guest optimization. Every single time we do a release, we look at performance improvements. We'll be looking at guest optimizations as well.
Okay, thanks for answering my question. I have been with BAP. Like BAP was the reason that I invested $4,000 into my Lion, and now I completely, because of the allow list, and now I'm totally in love with the Lion. I totally like this project, especially Anthony, the dedication that you show day in day out on Twitter. That is one of the reasons that I still have all my bulls and never listed and never sold anything. But with the last few weeks, the decision that has been taken on apes, I was not totally on board. But I can see you guys are making, basically listening to your community and making improvements wherever it can. So I thank you guys for that, and I'm here for the ride, man. Thank you, everyone.
appreciate that. Thank you so much. And that's what we're here to do, right? We have a product, and we understand that when you first saw it, maybe you weren't seeing our full vision, and that's what we're here to address, right? We want to bring you guys along with us. We want to share that vision. So it's about communication, like Anthony said in the very beginning. It's about communicating what our vision is and giving you more details so you can see where we're going with this and see what we're going to deliver. So thank you for acknowledging that. And hopefully with these announcements and the many more that are going to be coming, you're going to dive into the apes just like you did the bulls and have as much fun with them, if not more.
Thank you guys. You can put me down now.
Thanks so much. All right, now we can roll to Mo. Tank, you were trying to get to Mo with his hand up. Mo, go ahead.
Hi, everybody. Nice to be here
What's
again.
up?
Tank, I have a question about the campus. I heard you guys talking about two types of campus. I heard Godbot campus and I heard also OG Ball campus. So, to my understanding, if you have a Godball campus, that will give you a bonus on every single pair OG. Is that what?
No. Yeah, so the only reason I referenced the Godbull compass was because that is where the idea originated, right? So the compass and the Godbulls was something that our community put together. That wasn't anything that we designed. We didn't do anything with that. There is no additional benefit to having a Godbull compass other than the fact that it's freaking damn cool. It's so cool to have a Godbull from every guild, which is something that even myself as a player of the game wanted to acquire. And because of that, Neo, who writes our lore, included that into one of the last chapters that we released, which was having the compass being important. So my reference to that was just to say that we heard the community with that. We loved it so much, we wanted to bring an aspect of the compass into play when we start talking about our current OG bulls and how having a compass is now going to provide additional benefits. So there's no benefit related to a God Bull, but we're utilizing this idea that one of our community members brought to us, or actually just started talking about, and now we're bringing it to our OG Bulls to provide additional utility.
Okay, I understand now. So that means the campus apply to the OG. So I have to have a campus OG in order to get the benefits. Otherwise, that means if I have, let's say, 10 West OG, I will not get the bonus. I need to get.
Nope.
Okay, I got you. So the campus only apply to the OG, not. Okay, got it. So
yeah,
I mean, definitely it's a plus. I'm just, kind of, got a shop now for more, North or, North OG because I got all my OG. I don't even have now even one single North OG. I got, almost 20 OG. I don't have not even one single North OG. So kind of, screwed up in there. All right, I got it. Thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. All right. Do we have any more questions for Crypto?
I don't see anyone else with their hand up to come up on stage. And I think in the Discord, we're looking pretty good. Happy birthday, Husker fan.
Ooh,
oh, you beat me to it, Crypto. I was just going to say the same.
Well, so since you couldn't say it, that means you have to sing it now, Anthony. Let's go.
No.
Oh, man.
It might be late, but it's not that late.
Darn it. Not enough wine in you yet.
I know when Anthony's on this late, it's like, come on, you can sing the happy birthday song. No. We got a few hands that did come up, so we're gonna bring them up and they are going to have some questions.
Yeah, let's go.
996, what's up?
Hello, thanks for having me up. Real happy to hear the announcements coming out. And as we know, we had the flu a little bit over the last week, BAP did. And this is kind of an old topic. You're talking about meth bonuses on compasses. And last I heard, the meth bonuses on BOTB sets were not active yet. And I don't think that's been fixed. Is that going to get fixed? Are they on their way out? What's going on with that?
Yeah, very, very top of the list right now. So we know that we talked about this. I actually had conversations in a DM with another community member because we were, so much all hands on deck with getting the Apes configurator launched. We went through that testing process, had a little bit of a delay. That was unfortunate that we had to just make sure it was as perfect as we could get it. And we talked about that, and that pushed a lot of our updates to the side. And the meth generation bonus is one of those items, along with the Evo and Bear unlocking of the contract to get the rest of those NFTs. So those three things are absolutely on top of list. And now that we're finally able to take a little bit of a breath, we're going to be diving right back into that.
Very cool. I was just kind of fearing that we were getting behind as we push forward. So I'm really happy to hear that. I'll bet there's several people out there as well. So thanks for the time. Keep going, you guys.
You're awesome. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much. Thank you, 996. And it's good to hear your voice. And after meeting you in person at the meetup, it was cool. So happy to see you again.
Yep. All right. So we got anybody on stage?
Official Flight Club. Yeah. We got a couple more people. Official Flight Club. What's up?
What's going on? How's everybody doing tonight?
Very good. How are you?
Pretty good. Just wanted a little bit of clarification as far as the compass, because I think some people may be getting it confused. So you can only have one compass per wallet, and that compass will only give a 10 plus 10 multiplier to those 4 bulls that are incorporated in, not all of the OG bulls in that wallet, right?
100% correct. But it'll be 10 per each of those bulls.
Okay, but you can only in total create one compass. So as long as you have a north, south, east, west, like that's your main goal, to at least get one of those set up so that you can get the additional methane pumping, pretty much.
Absolutely. It's a meth bonus per wallet. So, I mean, if somebody has more than one wallet, that's their choice if they want to do that. But yeah, it's a meth bonus per wallet.
Okay, thank you. That was it. Thank you very much.
Cool. Perfect. Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
All right. Next up, all the way from far away. Welcome, Legendary CZ. Legendary. What's going on? How are you?
Wait. CZ, dude, aren't you in a hospital bed right now?
I know. He is
I
like
am.
he's committed to this Twitter space. I hope you're recovering well. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I just wanted to hop on real quick and thank everyone for all the thoughts and prayers. It's really been a blessing to me, and all the messages that I got was very uplifting. And I just wanted to say thank y'all so much.
Yeah, good to hear your voice, CZ. I'm glad you're well enough to be on space with us.
It's amazing. And you are an inspiration, my friend. You gave the ultimate gift, and I salute you for that. So awesome that you did that. You're a better man than me, man, because that would be a very hard decision, and that means, I'm sure, a lot. And it is incredible the gift that you gave. That's awesome.
Thank you. And it was really a great procedure. He was in the room next to me. They took it out of me, put the kidney into him, and it started working right away. So everything's been going great.
Now I got a question. Do you get visitation rights?
I do.
Do you get to go visit your kidney when you need to?
He's a close friend of mine in church. I actually work with him too. So we're very close. I told him,
that is so cool.
I have a sweet tooth, so I told him, hey, if you start craving sweets, it's not my fault.
I love that. That is amazing. Well, congratulations, brother, for doing that. And I can't believe that you're up on stage with us. But thank you so much, and thanks for being part of the community.
All right, thank you, guys. See you later.
Cool. CZ is amazing. All right, Her Crypto. We got anybody else that has any questions? Or did we answer everybody's questions tonight?
We got it. It looks like all is answered. I mean, for now, of course, we know that there will be more that come along the way. But yes, we've got all the questions answered. Everyone on stage, thank you guys so much for coming to hang out. Anthony, I'm so excited that you stayed up late and graced us with all this alpha. I know it's not on your head, but this is why you are the drip bucket drip father.
Exactly. I know.
Yeah, I'm not changing my PFP either.
You're not doing it again. You're not going to get stuck with that one. That was so cool. And we talked about the chart. Anthony just typed up an awesome quick chart and put it in one of our chats. And it's funny, I mentioned to him, this is where my brain was, but my mouth was not cooperating with me. So we will get this chart as far as how the meth bonuses are going to work along with these compasses, because hopefully we didn't muddy the waters too much, but it's going to be awesome. And we'll make sure we get this out in the community definitely before we launch this additional feature and when it becomes live. So we'll get that out to you guys. But I love you guys. I really appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with us. We value your time. It's an hour and a half of your day that you came and spent with us, and we are so thankful that you guys came and spent it with us to hang out with us. Let us talk about our project, how stoked we are about it, how happy we are, how excited we are about where our apes are going, where our OG bulls are going, because like I said earlier today, our OG bulls are the foundation of our collection, and there is so much more to come for everything in our ecosystem. So you guys know that here in Takeonomics Tuesday, we will start to dive in to the gamification. As we start to get this gamification out, we'll start talking about strategies, start talking about those collectors, start talking about those designers, and start talking about those dealers and how each of those avatars are playing this game. Keep your eyes out for what we're going to be creating with our floor sweep. There are going to be some sick, awesome apes that you're going to see in the collection that are going to be up for sale. So keep your eyes out on those. And we'll let you guys know if one of our team members was the creative mind behind that. We'll let you know who designed that. So if you have a favorite team member, maybe you want to go grab the ape that they created. So it'll be super exciting and fun to see that. And for everybody else in here, come play the game. It is a blast. I am loving seeing the amazing apes that you guys are creating, the configurator, what you're tweeting out there. And I can't wait till we start actually minting those into the collection, because there are some super creative people in our community. I cannot believe it. It's so freaking cool. So keep doing it. Keep having fun. Keep showing us what you're creating, because there are no limits. Like we've said before, the combinations, there's more combinations than insects on the planet Earth in our collection, because we have so many traits. So the sky is the limit. Literally, please go out there and have fun with it. And thank you guys for being with us.
Yeah, I like the grain of sand on the earth. That's mine. I like the grains of sand on the earth. That's how many combinations there are. And yes, thank you, Tank, so much. I feel bad because we have a couple of announcements, but you just did such a great closing cap there. But I was just gonna say a couple of things and then we're gonna
do
close
it. Let's announce and then we'll go out. You got the phone
Yeah.
floor. Do it.
All
Yes.
right. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, guys, so much. But yeah, so we did pin in the nest. Be sure to set your reminder. Join us for our tokenization space on Thursday. Yes, we did say we are not tokenizing communities until we get those guardrails in effect, but we are going to talk about community tokenization because it's super important to still get the message out. There's so many people that are in these communities that are tokenized and they don't know. And you guys can help us by making sure that they come to our space, they learn about it, they find out what it is, they get involved, they get an ape, and they start playing the game too. Not to mention, now with all these new coming increase in OG bulls, they're going to probably want to pick up some of those as well and get that extra methane token. I'm pretty excited because I need token to open these loot boxes. So we're still going to have that space on Thursday. Make sure you're there. It's in the nest. Click set reminder, because we also have more BAP Universe updates and announcements for you. We've got some more. The alpha does not stop dripping tonight, guys. So we're really excited. We got some other cool things coming that we can't wait to talk about. So please be sure to set a reminder, join us for that. Also, on playing the game with the ape configurator, the configurator. Don't forget, we announced there is a hashtag the configurator, and on Fridays we're going to be picking our ape of the week, and we're going to be announcing it on our CGC, the Community Growth Council's BAP news. So as you're tweeting out the apes that you're minting and creating, make sure you're using that hashtag the creator, because we are looking through and we are seeing what you guys are making, and we're making notes. And we're going to be voting on who we think is the best and our ape of the week. So make sure that you guys are doing that. As always, please be sure to follow our main account here to my left or to my right, depending on how you look at me. So you're up to date with all of the most happening BAP news. Not to mention, if you have not signed up for those alpha alerts, be sure that you've signed up. Yes, that's our email list, but that is where you're going to be able to stay in touch with us. Get the Supreme Alpha. We'll send everything, the big announcements there first. Not going to overload you with too much. So Make sure you guys set reminder there in the space in the nest. Come to that space on Thursday using the hashtag the creator. Make sure that you are getting the word out. We love seeing your apes. Thank you guys all so very much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you guys on Thursday at our next space. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you had a great time and loved all of the alpha that was dropped. Please be sure to share with your friends. We're gonna get this announcements out to you as soon as possible. And we appreciate you all. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here. Have a good night, good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you guys are.
Love you guys. Thanks for coming. Woo!
All right, so that was End of the Space, man. Hopefully you guys liked the information that was presented within the space. It was quite interesting. A lot of information to digest, but I think it's definitely something. It's some things to look forward to, and then some things to kind of want to mull over the information of. We'll go over a bunch of different things in the Twitter space that we're going to be having within the next 30 minutes or so. I did make it for 10 rather than 9, just because we had this space. I didn't know how long it was going to go on. I figured that it might go on for another like 30 minutes or so. So it actually had cut a little bit short, so that's cool. I'll take this time to set up, finish a couple things, and then I'll meet you guys inside of that Twitter space. So if you guys have any questions, concerns, thoughts about the tokenomic change or anything else that just happened within the project, how long, time frames, we can go over a bunch of different things. Now we got some topics to throw around, man. Feel free to meet me in the Twitter space. Other than that, man, you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Keep cuffing that dip, and of course look for good support levels. And beyond that, man, remember it's beyond crypto. Enjoy life, get outside, enjoy the breeze, all that good stuff, man. And join that Twitter space and enjoy yourself, man. Other than that, I'm out of here, and you guys enjoy your night.